And the emotion you saw there is still just as raw for many people here today, but it has been a remarkably different experience from person to person. It depends really on who you speak to, and we're speaking with two residents this morning. We've got Louise Parsons and Steve Wheeler. Thank you both very much for joining us this morning. It's really lovely to see you both. Hey, Louise.
Hi.
Now for you, you've worked with a lot of residents across the Hawke's Bay and been advocating for them because there are a lot of challenges they still face, right?
Oh, there's so many challenges, and you know, we're a year on. I knew I was going to be speaking to you today, so I put it out to the community and said, what do you want me to say? What's happening? How are you feeling? There's so much hurt out there. And I think the big message that I got was there's no control. They've lost control. The cyclone took that control away. Well, that's Mother Nature. There's not a lot you can do. But from that point on, there's been no control. They've had no decisions to make. You know, the voluntary buyout, there's nothing voluntary about it. It's been forced on people. There's still people that are waiting for insurance to turn up to look at their places. So there's a lot of people still in limbo. And like you say, there's different situations for different people. Probably the big thing that we have at the moment with this control being lost is, you know, we're all trying to come to terms with 1 year on, and people are in bits. They're in absolute bits. Some people are on the absolute ragged edge, and we've got a city council right now who met yesterday to talk about how they can claw back money from this stricken community to pay for the demolition of houses that they wanted to stay in. And again,
and what money? What money from these people, right?
What more can they give?
Yeah.
You know, some people have given their lives, you know, and my beautiful neighbour who lost little Ivy, you know, a year on, they still have a dead child and another child that has been broken because of that. Nothing's going to change for them.
And there's also the confusion, I guess, around warnings in terms of flood protection warnings, because some people would like to choose to stay in their homes, right, but have proper flood protection or flood warnings, I should say, in place. Yeah,
well, that could cure just about everything. If they brought in the 2W, and the W stands for warning system, if they applied that to all these Category 3 homes, people would want to stay, because the only reason that we've been zoned 3 is because it's an intolerable risk to life. Now, the only risk to life was the fact that no one got evacuated. So the regional council have let the communities down. If they changed it, our new government changed it to 2W, people will have a choice.
And this is something that was raised on the campaign trail, but now the government is saying actually we can't bring in that category. Steve, sorry, Louise, I just want to bring you in because you have had quite a different experience now. You've had a long battle on your hands, but you're saying things are starting to feel a bit more positive for you.
Yeah, things are moving along. There's that age-old of take charge and do the right thing. And sometimes you just have to fight and fight and fight and fight and fight.
Which is what you have done.
What you have to do. And also be very conscious of the fact that a huge amount of other people are really, really hurting. And things are not good. Things are still miserable, absolutely miserable for so many people. And of course, you can do the very, very best we can jolly them along. But as Louise was saying, and I absolutely concur, Council's not giving anybody hope. Council's not being kind. Council's not being reasonable. Council is fighting us when they shouldn't be fighting us. We are paying their rates.
On an emotional level, Steve, what does today mean to you? Or how are you finding it? Because I know a lot of people are finding today quite difficult because it's bringing back a lot of memories.
Yes, it's really tough. It's hard on many, many respects. And of course the other thing is that so many of the memories, as Louise says, are still incredibly raw. You know, yesterday I was cleaning some of my tools, which I've had in a vat of vinegar for weeks to try and get the rust and the rubbish off them. And that sort of brings it all back. Waking up in the middle of just this last night, coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. And I'm still coughing, and I will cough forever. I will cough for the rest of my life because of the dust.
Yeah.
And yes, we would love to go back to Waipara. I mean, it is and will ever be our little piece of tūranga waiwai. But the damage that's been done to the place, the fact that it's still under 2 metres of silt, the fact that that silt is incredibly fine and such a dangerous material.
Yeah, and that's what we don't know, the risks of that to come, right? And thank you both very much, Louise Parsons and Steve Wheeler. Thank you for being with us.